Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beast All Generation episode number 72. I'm Adam and today we are at the last battle, which was randomly generated of round 1. So not completely done yet, but nearly done. So as I said, we got one more randomized battle for round 1, and then we have 5 more battles left for round 1, which are fan requested. So these are battles which myself and Lucas picked out and we think can make an interesting battle. Whether both the beasts have similar attributes or abilities, or are based off the same creature just with different designs. Now this was over a year ago when we made those fan requested battles, and myself and Lucas have come to the sort of agreement that the first 2, at least, are not really that exciting as we thought they were now. So that sucks, but it's fine. It's just we were excited for it, but now it's just But the last three battles of round 1, I promise you, they're going to be some of the best ones. Just like this one, actually, because this randomized battle is probably the best randomized battle there will ever be. Well, there ever will be for round 1. And here we are. So up first, representing Series 23, the Shattered Kingdom. This beast needs to win to at least have the series stay in the tournament. Book number 4, Xerkan, the Shape Stealer. And representing Series 26, the 4 Masters. I had to check that one. Book number 4 as well, Kyron, Lord of Fire. So with both of these beasts, they both competed in the New Generation tournament. Kyron made it to the top 7. No, you didn't. You just missed out on the top 7. And Xerkan died in round 1. So I'm starting to see a theme here. Okay. But obviously, because this is the last battle of round 1, I will be looking to make it the best one. Well, the last randomized battle of round 1, I'll look to try and make it the best one I can. Obviously, I have randomized. Well, no. Okay, let's try that again. Lucas randomized the matchups for round 1. I merely picked the order for them to battle in because of basically putting them from most interesting to least interesting and scatter some mildly interesting ones in between. I started off with an interesting one, went to some rather boring ones, added another interesting one, boring, so on and so forth. So really the end of round 1 is the most hyped up part. And now we're at Xerkan versus Kyron. But anyway, battlefield, I think we know what it's got to be. It's got to be a rocky terrain because it's my go-to battlefield. Actually, no. We're not going to go with rocky terrain. We're going to go with a new terrain, which is the city terrain. You know, the city kind of terrain that Xerkan fought Tom and Alina in. I think that'll be good. So, we've got a completely new terrain here. So, in the combat arena, there'll be tons of buildings, tall, short, wide, thin buildings that can be used to hide, as cover, you know, basically damage. Let's get to the abilities. So, we're going to stats, sorry. We're going to start things off with Xerkan. With shape-shifting, Xerkan has the ability to change his form into anyone to deceive his foes, perfectly replicating their body and voice. Magic and weapon immunity. Xerkan cannot be harmed by magic or weaponry. His skin just deflecting it. Wall scaling. I don't need to explain that one. Enhanced strength, enhanced durability, regeneration, natural weaponry, and speech. Equipment. Well, he gains the equipment of anything he shapeshifts into. Weaknesses are durability limits and exhaustion from shapeshifting. So he can get exhausted for shapeshifting. Going on to Kyron. Flight, enhanced strength, weapon mastery, speech, and magic. And Equipment is Sword of Angus. Yeah, that's this sword he has. And weaknesses is bifurcation. If the fusion is split in half from where the two beams meet, they're separated until Zargon turn into dust and Kyron return to his good form. Yeah, that could be a way he could get defeated. So yeah, I'll give him that. But yeah, there's also heat and lava resistance as well. That is technically just Chiron's good form, but we're going to give that ability to Kyron as the evil form as well, just to give it a bit more excitement here. So with that, let's get into the fight. So as the chamber doors open, Kyron gallops out into the center of the arena, raising his sword up, which is glinting of the orange flame. He roars into the arena, ready to fight. His wings curled up to surprise his opponent. And from the other side of the arena, all you can hear is the scraping of walls as Xerkan makes his way out, scraping his nails along the cobbles of the floor and the walls. Kyron is confused by the looks of this, and Xerkan's like, "So, you are my opponent, which I am going to have to beat. All my teammates have died, and now I am here to represent all of them in this battle." Kyron responds saying, "Well, looks like you'll be seeing your teammates sooner than you thought." Playful banter and all that. It's not playful though. Xerkan then charges right up towards Kyron. Kyron readies his sword, swings it into an arc, sending an arc of fire towards Xerkan. Xerkan ducks to avoid it and charges right up to one of the taller buildings and starts climbing it. Kyron, a bit confused by this, charges right up to that building as well and bangs his hooves against the building that Xerkan's on, causing it to shake. Xerkan, not losing his grip though, is makes his way up to the top of the building, and Kyron, understandably furious about that, bangs his hooves against the floor and starts creating a giant crack appearing around the building where lava starts emerging out. And whilst I didn't mention that ability in the when I did the stats, it was an ability which Kyron had in the last tournament, which I'm going to be bringing on over here because fun. This is why I like using Kyron. And the lava starts spewing out, flooding over the streets of this place. Kyron extends his wings away, flies up to the top, and when he's up at the top, he's greeted by not Xerkan, but another beast of sorts. One who seems to have a bunch of heavy metal armor, an exposed heart, and a skeletal face. He's also holding a scythe. Kyron is confused why he sees Mortax and not Xerkan. Kyron then realizes that Xerkan is a shapeshifter and says, "Your disguises don't fool me." And he goes to launch another arc of fire towards Xerkan, but Xerkan deflects it with his scythe and then charges up to Kyron and slices at him, which hits Kyron in the front flank, causing Kyron to yell in pain, lift his sword and stab the Mortax clone in the head. Xerkan turns back to his normal form, and in his normal form, the sword's just gone behind his head. He can feel the flames burn in the back of his head, and Kyron, realizing that, continues to push it down, going into Xerkan's back. Xerkan roars in pain and, using his claws, starts scratching at Kyron's head, just digging his claws into him. Kyron releases the grip of his sword and puts his hands on Xerkan's head and starts twisting the head as much as he can. Kyron and Xerkan are both in immense pain right now, and Kyron realizes he can do something else. He releases his grip off Xerkan, grabs his sword, and using his front horse hooves, pushes Xerkan off the building. Xerkan falls to the building, merely saving himself from the lava beneath him by grabbing onto the wall. and Chiron decides to bang his hooves on the ground, causing lava to keep rising up. Xerkan tries to climb up to the top of the building to prevent himself from going in the lava. Chiron looks over and sees Xerkan just struggling to climb up, in which he sends an arc of fire towards Xerkan. Xerkan jumps out of the way to jump to another building, and he grabs onto that, but he's greeted by another arc of fire coming his way. So he climbs up to dodge that, another one, just trying to get away, get away, get away. And Chiron just flies over to the other building that Xerkan's climbing. Right before Xerkan can get to the top, though, he's greeted by Chiron, who kicks him in the face with his hoof, knocking Xerkan backwards, trying to save himself, but Xerkan can't seem to find a good grip. He falls into the lava where he screams in utter agony. He tries to get back out, but Chiron's not having it, and he swings another arc of fire towards Xerkan, hitting him directly in the face, knocking his head back into the lava, burning his outside as well as his inside to a nice medium rare, let's say. Or so I say, well done. Chiron keeps the lava rising until he can't hear Xerkan's screams of pain, but also can't see Xerkan anymore. And then he gives a toss of his hoof, and the lava just disintegrates. And there we see the skeletal remains of a charred black Xerkan. Kyron makes his way down from the building, and just to make sure the job is done, he, using his sword, he swings as hard as he can into the corner of one building, which collapses on top of Xerkan, and Kyron makes his way back to his chamber door, ready for round 2. So with that, Kyron has won, Xerkan has lost. If you think Xerkan should have won, please in the comments below why you think that. However, my word is final, and Kyron's moving on to the next round. Now, I gave Kyron the win because Xerkan, yeah, has wall climbing, regeneration, yeah, that could help, but it's not going to help if you have 2 series of damages. And at the end of the day, was yes, Xerkan can shapeshift. I don't think shapeshifting for a limited amount of time is going to help him when Kyron can fly, has great swordsmanship, and has control of lava. So really, I personally saw no way Xerkan was going to win that. And with that being said, I believe all of Series 23 is eliminated. So that's a shame for Series 23, but it wasn't the first series to get eliminated. I believe the first one was actually Series 3. But with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press this little notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time with the fan requested battles of round 1.